Hey everybody, Shirley's 1000 reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Kirby the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World. In the last episode, we basically went to the Forgo Dreams of Wandera Remains and grabbed all the souls there. However, first time playing through the stage, I ended up missing a soul, so I had to restart the stage entirely and then just start from scratch. And we picked up this one figurine, Meta Knight's Sword. The Meta Knight's Sword has a bunch of core attacks just like its namesake. Sword slide, jump and attack used to use upper caliber. With full health, you'll even sling crescent shots. Or something along those lines. But anyway, we managed to beat this stage, and now we're moving on to the Forgo Horns. And of course, I actually do need to heal because otherwise we are not going to be getting anywhere real fast. Right, it's all the Maxim Tomato. There we go, just skip the cutscene. Now let's go into Forgo Winter Horns. In we go. Immediately, I'm going to be ditching the sword because the first ability we need is drill. And of course, you have to do that. First piece of Leon Sword is found right in the open. And I think a lot of the other ones are just based on you digging around these metal crates that you obviously cannot interact with or something. By Poppy Boys Jr. guarding these 4 pieces of diggable spots. Nothing of importance there. So we can just leave that be. We do have another piece of Leon Soul found underneath this crate. The reason why I can tell is because you have to dig underneath 2 fence panels. We'll get rid of this Kabu spawner. Apparently one of those Poppy Boys Juniors actually was holding a piece of Leon's soul, which interesting enough because I didn't actually see one of them with a cloudy aura around their head. We're going to ignore the digger over there. Destroy this one bombable block. This gives another piece of Leon's soul. Just move further up. There's another piece of Leon's soul found right there. Just jump down and hover back up. Would be nice if you actually had the bomb ability to be able to pick it up, but unfortunately it doesn't. Right, now I'm going to drop the drill because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to pick up Dragon Fire. Just get rid of the Poppy Bros. So we now use the Bending Mouth, but we only have 3 shots. You'd think you can actually use it on those smashable crates over there, but no, that's leading to a false sense of security. You really want to spare your ammo here. Piece of Leon's Soul found right in the open. Not dealing with a shot, so. And also, navigating on ice as well is not necessarily pleasant. Okay, there we go. Is that all? No, that's not all the pieces. Okay, so there's one more piece at least found somewhere. Is it at the end of the stage? Or is it a little bit later on? Actually, not later on, like earlier. Okay, must be earlier in the stage. So maybe we might need to destroy those destructible crates that was blocking the entryway to the vending machine. I'm not sure. No. Wonder where it is. Oh, it's up here. Okay. So use the vending machine. Yeah, use the vending machine. Jump up here, and then jump up there. I like how I've actually stationed the cobblers to just stay perfectly still over there. I didn't think it was actually possible to do that, but whatever. Right, moving on to the next section, which is the subway. Right, we're going to drop the fire ability because we need hammer. Beastly and Soul got it by falling icicles. And now our first obstacle with using the hammer. To hammer these switches, and then we need to charge up the hammer to destroy this ice cube. There's the next piece of Leon's soul. Okay, falling icicle, move on ahead. Hammer this peg. Hammer that peg. Deal with a meltable ice cube over there, but it's on constructible blocks. So I need to think of a... I need to think of something... I think I know. No? Oh god. Right, how did I do it? Trying to remember. Okay, I'm not exactly remembering. Come on. I need to remember how to do this. How do I do this? Because I don't have enough time to actually charge up the hammer. Oh, for goodness sakes. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. You can actually charge up the hammer and still jump while doing it. Right, okay. Let's go down the secret passageway over here. Another figure, I said another Leon Soul, but also a figurine. Take an energy drink. There we go. Another couple of pieces there. And there's one more further up. Okay. Just like that. God damn it! I hate it when video games. Actually, sorry. I know this is actually. I just staggered for a second then, but the one thing I really hate when it comes to video games is, oh, here's something you can do, but we're gonna be programming ourselves to make sure that you cannot actually do it. I'm gonna pick up the sleep ability because I actually do need to heal badly. Because, yeah, one of the games I've been playing the past time is Origami 2. And there's a control function in the game where if you sneak up on an enemy, it will show a red cursor to indicate, oh, you can actually do a stealth kill on the enemy. But then when I push down the Y button, all of a sudden, it decides, nah, you're not going to do a stealth kill, and we're going to tell the enemy that you are there so you can actually get to be put in a sword fight where they can hit harder than you, and then you end up dying on the process. Yeah, I find that irritantly annoying, to say the least. So anyway, Spike is actually useful in this stage, for once, honestly, because usually Spike is not really helpful for anything. Where you can actually just use it to roll around in the field and not get blown around by the wind as much as you would anticipate. Now I'm going to change immediately for the Dragonfire ability because I think I might need it. I could be wrong on that. However, where the rolling mouth ability was to be found originally, we got a cone now instead. Just get rid of you. Smash this pipe up so that way we can make the jump. So we can destroy these crates to get another piece of Leon's soul. And there's nothing else down that way, so we're free to move on. Now destroy this. And just do a nosedive into it. And now we can leave. So we got everything. Oh, the Blizzard Bridge. And a Wolfie guarding a piece of Leon's soul. Interesting enough. Invisible switch. That will gain us access to another piece of Leon's soul. Just get rid of Needless over here. And Bernard guarding another piece. I believe... Okay, nothing hidden underneath these platforms, which is good because we're not dealing with heavy wind. But over here, you're going to be dealing with an entourage of boss fights like you did in the original stage. But these crystals will be blown about by the wind. Just pay attention to where they are and you should be good. Okay, that's Wild Edge defeated. Now for Florina. We've got energy drink flowing down over there. And another piece of the crystal found over here. I'm going to stand in the middle so I don't get blown about by the wind. That's you done. Now for Wild Bonkers. There's the third gem immediately. Not dealing with your explosive durians. And now Wild Frosty, this is the last one we're going to be dealing with. Another energy drink over there. There's the fourth crystal. And there we go. The fifth crystal is found over there no matter what. There's our next 3 pieces of Leon's soul. And we can move on to the next stage. Which is actually kind of weird because we dealt with a part of stage 1 of Winds of Horns. We dealt with a part of stage 2. We dealt with a bit of stage 3. This is a bit of stage 4. And there was no stage after Blizzard Bridge. Oh, never mind. I forgot about the boat section. Actually, no, never mind. There was no stage after Blizzard Bridge. I just realised. So yeah, I was right. So I think this is a part of stage 3 again. If not, then maybe it might be a part of stage 2, maybe? Because it's definitely not a part of stage 1. I know that for a fact. Right. So it's just going with the flow, basically. A row of 5 Gordos. Just going to drop over here. We'll get the ring mouth ability, so that way now we can actually deal with these enemies. Yeah, Norcodile found in the Winter Horns. 1 piece of Leon Soul. Just jump over. There we go, another piece. Make a quick stop over here, because as soon as you jump on here, this platform will start descending, and you want to make sure you jump on the boat faster, otherwise you're not going to be able to, well, survive, in other words. Right, we'll hit this windmill switch and then immediately make our way to the other end. And there's our last piece of Leon's soul. Now, for the boss fight. Weapon options are ice and cutter, but because you've been given flame at the end of the previous part of the level, why would you go with either of these two? Because ice can technically freeze the boss in place, but in case it doesn't necessarily work, consecutive damage from fire is definitely better. His illusionary nemesis, Phantom Dedede. Yeah, he immediately starts off by summoning 6 grand of whoopies after you, and then does that quick fire belly flop attack. Then he follows up with hammer swipes. Which unfortunately he does not stop doing that. Then he will throw these Gordos out on the plain open and land on the ground, making shockwaves appear. And I think his cycle repeats after that. When he begins phase 2, he will then throw out these Gordo bars, so you have to jump over from the start and then hide behind them to immediately summon the Ice Slam attack with the column. But slamming the ground with it will also make an ice panel appear for the rest of the fight. Now he's going to jump on the other side and make another ice panel. That's 1. That's 2. But no third one. Okay, he's doing a repetitive column swipes, or slams even, and I think it would have repeated back to one other attack he would have done, but I don't know which one that was going to be. So you notice how these boss fights actually appear different and can actually be a bit challenging if you're not prepared for it. Which is why the item store for you to get yourself the ability of attack and speed and also life up as well. But we're not using it for the time being because obviously we need a challenge. Right, the one thing we picked up. Piece of Leon's soul. Now we can actually understand the reasoning about why this exists. After their fight with Kirby, IDF-86's body was destroyed, but their powerful mind survived. They fled to the isolated isles of their own dreams and brought Leonga with them. To prepare this new vessel, they cast out Leonga's soul, shattering and scattering it throughout the realm of Forgo Dreams. So that figurine has basically told us a little something of a mild-ish spoiler. So we now know that Leonga is definitely here. And we definitely know that IDF-86, otherwise known as Elphalis, is around here. So, Our next stage, the Forgo Wastelands. I am definitely not going to get this stage complete in 10 minutes before the end of the episode, so we're going to end off the episode now. In the next episode, we are going to be entering the return of the Isolated Dreams version of the desert, of the original Wasteland. See you guys then.